We're live. Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and welcome to What the F.A.Q Live. And as always, I'm here with
Dylan.
And we started out the Thursday night guitar extravaganza here at Flipside Music. If you're new here, that's what we're doing. Basically, what we do is we shoot the breeze for about a half hour, but whatever's happening, and then mess around with a few pedals for a bit, and then hand it over basically to our friends over at Texas Toast Guitars. Well, we log off, and then they go on. And then when they're done, go check out Dylan Talks Tone. So it's like it's like a little programming for yourselves. Yeah. And without having to do anything, you just kind of, we'll see. You'd have to go still.
It's your Thursday night specials.
Yeah.
Or Thursday evening specials. We're not quite prime time. But...
Well, maybe to some people it could be.
6 o'clock, depending on where you're located.
6 o'clock wouldn't be prime time on the East Coast. We're not ready for prime time.
We're the intro to prime time.
Yeah, intro to prime time, baby. So, that is that. This week, I don't even know what we're talking about this week.
Jacob. And Jacob, it is working because on ours it's not showing any change.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason it's not. Yeah. Okay. I'll trust you for now. You let me know if anything happens. All right. Buffers, like yay, nay. Like why do you need them? Why do you not need them? Like that kind of discussion. What?
Because there's not a lot going on in gear news.
I feel like buffer conversations are as fun as compression conversations.
Well, yeah, it is one of those ones, though, that I feel like no matter how many times you bring it up, somebody hasn't necessarily heard it before. Not always.
That's true.
To me, they're one of those things that are, as the YouTube video stuff has kind of gotten more popular, I think that there's something that a lot of people focus on. I don't want to say unnecessarily, but it's one of those things like, what is it when what do you call hypochondriac? Like people that feel like they're always getting whatever it is that you describe.
Yeah.
I feel like buffers are sort of the symptom of, or the symptom looking, that's out there that people are always like looking like, oh man, maybe that's what's wrong. I need that. Yeah. They're always like, oh, maybe that's the thing. When really a lot of times it's not. But
the dreaded buffer situation.
Well, because too, I think so many guys, like depending on their age too, so many guys grew up with buffered, Ibanez and Boss pedals and stuff that they never thought about it, so it was never really a thing because you probably had one somewhere in the mix anyway.
But it also wasn't.
It wasn't
nowadays,
also something.
Everything is like under a microscope,
right?
Like everybody knows shit down the minutia,
right,
of everything. You're like, man, I don't know. This is a sparkle blue fucking paint job. And I think those sparkles are throwing off my signal chain. I don't know. I think it's taking a little off my top end. I don't know.
The metal and the flex are stealing the top end.
There's
the paint layer is like 2 microns too thick.
Yeah. I think the sparkle might have needed to be more of like a small sparkle instead of a big flake sparkle. Because, how am I supposed to get through these John Mayer riffs with this large sparkle shit? I feel like that compressors, I bring that up because it's the same kind of thing. Like, I think there's so many people that are asking.
Or so many people that are telling other people that they need it when they don't. That's not always what they really need.
Compressor, that's what you need. And it's like, I don't know. How many times have you tried a compressor and you're like, I don't know. I don't think
Yeah, no, I'm finding like now with like the LVX and shit, like having some post compression is really handy because like I have some stuff that gets out of hand, but like I really don't like the feel of compression early on picking dynamics. I don't like it. And it's like I like to be able to, I have a fair amount of volume on tap with this hand, and I feel like taking that out of the equation is, I kind of lose something, at least for what not that I'm doing anything all that special, but it's just the way I'm used to playing. Like I'm used to having all of that there.
Yeah, you want the snap.
Yeah.
Either if it's pick or even if it's,
Exactly. Yeah. Now, if I was playing like country, like especially old school country, and I was playing clean, and I was doing a lot of runs, like you'd probably want a little help.
Yeah, you want to flatten that out, or bass. What I've realized playing bass, I'm like,
Yeah, bass
So I got
compression's
one.
pretty.
There's
yeah.
one riff that there's one part of this one chorus and this one tune that I cannot seem to get the right volume on this one note that it pivots on.
You're like, oh man, you're getting out of hand. Yeah.
Yeah, the pivot is on that note. If that makes any sense.
And it's just too much.
Yeah, for the chorus, it's like it pivots on that note, then goes to another thing that there's like I kind of think of it that way. There's two. If it was bass, there's two pivot points, and I can't seem to get the volume right, and it's driving me a little nuts. And then also the guys want to play the fucking thing 10% faster.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, I hate you guys. You realize that this chorus is already played quickly.
Yeah, you're like, it kind of loses
Like
some
to
of
you
the...
guys, you're like, and I'm like, God, hang it, God, slow it down, please. Yeah. Anyway, so compressor, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I think I may need something there to level that out a little bit. I know we're going, somehow I've brought it to compressors. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but like,
It's the same. I feel like we're we're talking about stuff that's in the ssame ballpark.
Well, and you are, yeah. We're talking about those little things that, like, you as the player might notice, or even like player, peace of mind, I guess is what it is. Because it's like whether with buffers. I mean, most of the time, the only time you really need it is if you're experiencing some sort of high-end signal loss. Like, other than that, it's not like something you just absolutely have to have. Because it's like a lot of times it's either in something else, or if your pedal board's relatively simple, it's probably something you don't need to really consider. When you start getting into like pretty elaborate pedal boards, or even if you're running longer cable lengths, or even if you just want, certain pedals do behave better with buffered signals. So those are the times you start considering it. But it's not like it would never be anywhere near my top 10 of things like you must have on a pedal board, unless you're using. You're addressing a problem.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, it's not even a thing that I think about. It's like, oh my God, has this got a buffer in it? Right. Like, I probably could go home and not tell you which pedals. Okay, which ones that aren't obvious.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, some of them, like, oh, there's the Boss thing. That's going to have it in there.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so some pedals I'm going to go, I know what has it. Some of the boutique ones, or smaller batch, or... I may not know if it has it or not because I don't really care.
I think like as certain pedals have taken off too, like a lot of clones tend to be pretty popular these days. If they're true to form, it should be buffered, and that's another one that's a lot of times the KTR one had the option to toggle the buffer on and off, and some other makers have given people that option. But it's like, to me, it's one of those things like as certain things have become more prevalent, it's less of a consideration than it used to be because if you have 5 or 6 true bypass pedals all in a row, you're gonna start probably introducing some signal loss on the high end.
Well, maybe that's a good thing to address.
Yeah,
like what
the circumstances where you should really consider it.
But start with like what is a buffer for those maybe that are like, well, I don't really know what a buffer does.
Yeah, I mean, essentially it's lowering the impedance, which is the resistance of the signal as it's traveling further on down the line. So what that really translates to for most people is you're going to get more high-end fidelity back. So like in the old days, you used to either have like really long cables or way too many, true bypass pedals that were all just going together. Or sometimes you'd even have a shittier buffer somewhere in the mix too. Because that actually used to be the problem with the Univibes. Was like a lot of times you either had to isolate that thing or you actually had to have another buffer that made it, somewhat more usable because the buffers on those were kind of trash.
Not great.
But that ended up being like a lot of times that was where it was addressing a problem. And as time went on, again, like once Boss pedals were introduced, a lot of early Ibanez stuff, a lot of that stuff stopped being a consideration because people already had that. Like people, how many people have had a Boss tuner at some point? Then you've had a buffer, and you might not have thought about it, but you had one.
Or a Boss pedal.
Right. Yeah. Or
It's there.
And even then too, like a lot of guys have like a Boss tuner up front and a DD3 or a DD7 or whatever in the back. So or an
EQ in there somewhere.
Right. So you end up having it kind of bookended, and that's when it really doesn't matter that much. But it is definitely a consideration. Like if you have if you know that you're like. When you take your guitar and you plug directly into your amp versus all your pedals off and you hear a noticeable difference, that's when you know you need a buffer. But
yeah, so bring it back in.
And even then, some guys don't like that. Some guys don't want the high end. So it's all.
Right,
it still does come down to some personal taste in there too.
Well, it's like we've talked about with other pedals. Some of the stuff we could literally just go, okay, well, that pedal did this on your amp, and you're kind of back there. You don't really, you don't need to go. Oh, I need a whole nother pedal to fix that.
Right.
When you could just go to your amplifier and
you don't need to keep like putting a Band-Aid on things sometimes. Yeah.
Because like for me, I think my current board that I've been using has got like 4 or 5 pedals. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really worried about. But there again, a little of the top end's off. We'll turn the tone knob up on my amp, and I think I'm probably right where I want to be. So I think it's one of those things where it's like, it's not really. It's just one more thing to worry about that you probably don't really need to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the guys that might run into, because I've run into problems with this occasionally, is like if you are somebody that like appreciates kind of some classic pedals and you want to use them, or even classic circuits and you want to use them, a lot of times you end up running into a scenario where you'll have like a buffer that's not playing well with that particular pedal. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, like knowing which pedals you have that may or may not be, like Crybabies. A lot of people forget like Crybabies are buffered. So like that's another one where you've got something right up on the front end. So if you put that ahead of like a old school fuzz face or something in that family, you're going to get some weird noise. So like you flip flop those and everything's going to respond a little bit more normally. So like those times it's definitely helpful to have like at least an idea of, whether your stuff's buffered. But again, if you're not experiencing a problem, then
it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very situational. It's just one of those things. Back to your compressor point, I feel like there's a ton of other people out there worrying about it, and then they spread their worries to other people. Whereas, because like everybody's,
you're not really, you don't need to work. You don't need it.
Right.
Unless you need it.
Yeah, you don't need to worry. Yeah. Well, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah. But it's worth.
Unless you need to worry. I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah. No, and it's one of those things where it's worth knowing at least enough to know if you need one or not. Because it's like if you're just taking somebody's word for it, you end up in like the compressor situation where everybody's running around like, hey, my buddy just said I need a compressor. Well, you might, but you might, you very well might not, depending on what you're playing and how you play, and know. Just because dude said, oh yeah, man, I leave it on all the time. You have to have one.
Yeah, you need a compressor.
Yeah.
That's why I bought my first compressor. Somebody's like, oh, you need a compressor, and I got one, and I go.
You're like, where's all my sauce?
I go, I don't know why I need this.
Right.
I don't really like this, and because it's very, it's a feel, it's an attack thing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really change shit, and I go, well, why do I have this now? Okay, I see some of it, but it didn't make any sense for the way I wanted to do.
Yeah, and like certain players, I would say, it is probably foundational and it is a must. Yeah. But for a lot of people,
Corey Wong,
yeah,
probably,
yeah.
Brad Paisley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That chicken picking.
Yeah, and again, if you're going fast, but there's a scenario too where like there's a lot of people that have a lot more compression than they realize because they're playing with like a lot of overdrives or they have a lot of gain on an amp. Like you're starting to introduce that compression on top of it, so it just kind of depends on where you want to apply. Because like even compressors again are another one where like everybody always, well, not everybody, for the most part, most people put them up front. I'm starting to find that I really like having it on the back end. Because it's like if you have other things that get a little unwieldy somewhere in your chain, it's nice to have that it's like a little safety net. Yeah. That makes sure the audience doesn't get annihilated with, some kind of signal you weren't expecting.
Using it in more of like a studio style or as a tool.
Exactly, yeah.
As opposed to tone shaping.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like I'm not being heavy-handed. It's really just to keep things, keep it reined in. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it somewhat contained.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not trying to change my playing.
Yeah. So I saw got a few people in here. My knees hurt. Steve, guitar. Who else is in here? Guitar Talk Universe. Oh, Quentin James. That's it. He's rebranded himself.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the.
He's upgraded to a whole universe.
He's got a whole instead of just Quentin's World, it's now Quentin's Universe. So he owns all that shit. Driddle's in here. Dastardly Dave. Charles 75. Yeah, Driddle said, "Holy red guitar." It's brown, by the way. Driddle. It's hard to tell. this maybe shows more brown.
Violin brown.
It's brune.
Yeah.
Violin brune.
Brune.
Violin brune, lad.
And Janice and Carla are here too.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, we got a lot of the...
Janice is... Oh, there she is. She said hi.
Oh, and
What's
Terry.
happening, Carla? Terry's in here. From the... From the Great White North.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
It might be a little bit before your guys' time, sort of, but...
Yeah, I don't...
That's
I mean, I know the expression,
Bob
but
and
I guess
Doug
I don't know
McKenzie?
the...
Have you ever watched Bob and Doug McKenzie?
A
No.
long time ago. They did that movie? Did they do a movie?
Is that the same station thing that John Candy started with?
SCTV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're... Yeah, that was a big thing back... You know, I'm old, so... Yeah.
I remember SCTV, but just like barely.
Yeah. Bob and Doug McKenzie.
I mainly just
Canadian
remember...
dudes.
Yeah, I remember John Candy, or like everybody talking about John Candy starting there, but...
Yeah, so they're... You know, that was basically like the SNL of Canada, essentially.
Okay.
But Bob and Doug were just like these...
Strange Brew?
Strange Brew, that's it. So there's one scene in there where they go back to like the brewery. They're like, yeah, we found a mouse in our beer, and it's like a real mouse in a bottle,
Oh, okay.
and just squeaking around. It's silly shit, but it's good. But yes, they were in the Great White North.
You got people making quotes in the comments.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, they're in there. Oh yeah, it's a beauty way to go. See, Janice knows. But yeah, so this is Violin Brown, Reverend. We're gonna be showing you guys these. So this is the second half of. I mean, we got lights
I thought
everywhere
they were
too.
called Mocha.
No, these are Violin Brown.
Violin Brown, yeah.
Violent Brown.
Violent Brown.
These are Violent Brune. Yeah, I'll be. So these are Violin Brown. What we did is we did a special run with Reverend, and we did. These are the double agent OGs. So you got your humbucker and your P90 in the neck. And I have the one with the maple neck on it, and it also has a Bigsby. And Dylan has the one with genuine rosewood,
Yeah.
also with a Bigsby.
Yes.
But wait, there's more. We also have Violin Brown with a stop tail, with your fixed bridge. So if you don't like to do any type of, so if you're one of those people that hate a Bigsby or whammy type things, then we got something for you
Whammy
too.
type things.
If you don't like the whammies, no whammies, no whammies. And then this is the maple one, same thing, stop tail. So I'm trying not to get all the light in there.
Oh, sure.
But very cool, Violin Brune. Great guitar. So what we're doing is the ones with the stop tail pieces, we're doing them for $1,049. It does come with a Gator Transit gig bag. And then the ones with the Bigsby's are $11.99. And those also come in with a free Gator Transit gig bag.
Yeah.
And if you're in the U.S., we ship them for free.
Yes.
So, this is...
And this is technically our second run, but
Lovely.
this run is the first one to feature the Bigsby models and the alternate fretboards, which is cool.
Yeah, because we did, what was it, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. A little, was it pre-pan?
It was pre-pandemic,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, like right before then, yeah.
So probably 4 years ago, maybe a little bit more. Who the hell knows? At times,
It's really,
it's
flying.
crazy. We did a special run of these in just maple and stop tail, and they went pretty fast. We did pretty well with them. So we've talked to Ken, and we're like, hey, what if we do 12 and 12, rosewood and maple, and then with the Bigsby stuff? And I was like, well, what if we switch it up? So we got 6 in each style. So whichever one you like,
Yeah.
give us a holler and you can get it.
Yeah, and I gotta say these rosewood. I mean, all of them are pretty awesome, but I gotta say the rosewood one really turned, because this is the first time we've ever had this model with the rosewood, so like,
Right.
it really did turn out.
No,
Really well, yeah.
It's dead sexy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me, I like my maple, but
I don't know, something about
those
this,
are pretty nice.
Something about the dark rosewood on this model, like it looks good. And it's got a little more of that like Telly Deluxe kind of flavor, like the kind of classic.
Yeah, it kind of has a
flavor.
70s, cool 70s vibe. Like.
Yeah.
And these are roasted maple necks too, so they're lighter, but they are roasted maple necks. So stability.
Yes. Less shrinkage.
Yeah, so you get at least 17 to 32% less. No, 4 to 17.5% less shrinkage. So what do you guys think? Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, Terry dropped a link in the comments. That's very nice.
Ah, sweet.
Thanks,
Thank you, Terry. Somebody's thinking. Jacob's like, wait a minute, was that a shot? Was that a shot?
I didn't even know I could do that.
So well, wait, was that a shot? I don't even have that kind of capability, asshole. So don't give me any shit. Yeah. So they're fine if they go in. Yes, fine if they go in cold weather. Yes, minimal shrinkage. These are very nice.
They sound pretty good acoustically.
They do. They're pretty loud. Oop. I need to tune back up.
Yeah, these guitars are. Yeah,
Oh,
Eric.
that's okay.
Eric said the rosewood is real nice. Yeah, I really like that rosewood one too. And I'm not really a rosewood guy.
Normally I'm not either, but something about it on this one looks.
No,
right.
it does the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good with the maples. Mm-hmm. The marvelous maples.
Yes.
But I like the rosewood. I think it looks good, and I usually don't like the rosewood. So.
Or you don't like rosewood on this style of guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, we should clarify
Yeah.
because if we get into like SGs or
Right.
something, I have zero problem or other things. Should we play this thing a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll. Here, I'll-
Chat disconnected. Please wait.
It's fine. It's back.
Successfully recovered. Okay, we're good. Well, Ziggy can't do it. Yeah, Ziggy's taking a snoozer.
Oh, it's hilarious. The walrus thing bouncing around in the. That's funny.
Oh yeah, that's the new guys, huh?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me.
So tell the people what's on the board.
Yeah, so today we did end up getting the rest of our Caroline order, so we ended up getting the Somersault, Arigato, and the, well, I guess we just restocked on the rest. Did we get another new one to us? I think it was just restocked. These two were new to us. We do have the new version of the Demogorgon, which I don't know that well, not new version, but new color. I don't know if we ended up telling you guys about that last week or not. We also have the V2 of the Rev series. This one's the G2, which is their green channel, kind of a little more plexi-ish. And the new ones, actually, I still need to try them. I didn't get to try them when they came in. The new ones are supposed to be a big upgrade in terms of like some of the dynamics on the front end. Is I guess most of the tweaking. They didn't really change the tone too much as far as I know, but they changed like how it kind of behaves to multiple inputs, because this one's supposed to be a little more friendly, like if you want to go directly into interfaces now, like if you don't even want to mess with the cab and the whole thing.
No,
so they're supposed to be a little friendlier for that scenario now.
I always liked the Rev G2. I don't think it got enough love.
No, it definitely doesn't, out of the group.
You know.
And then we also have the Mark II version of the R1 reverb from Walrus in the Mako series. This one basically has all the same algorithms that the last one did, but now you can access all the presets via the screen, which is actually a pretty big upgrade because now you don't need to have MIDI capability in order to get like the rest of your presets. So pretty big upgrade on that one. But yeah, we basically just kind of plugged in some fun stuff, all kind of stuff that was new in the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks that we're going to just kind of go through with the new guitars.
Yeah. Hey, what's happening, Dan?
Oh, yeah, I guess the phaser's still on, so we'll start there. stage versus 2-stage, I'm assuming. Kind of like you're down. Is it loud enough, Jacob? Yeah. That's the spaz button.
Is that what it's supposed to do? Is that
Yeah.
that's like your freak out button?
Yeah.
Havoc.
It's a hillbilly freak out.
Hillbilly freak out.
The square wave one's interesting. Having the that's kind of interesting. I've never really messed with a phaser that had a square wave. That's kind of interesting. Alright, let's throw some fuzz in there.
It's like enough of that shit.
Well, no, it's just we need some sauce.
It doesn't. That's craziness.
Gotcha.
What's that?
Oh, just the pedal started going. I was like, what happened? It was the little piece of wood.
You were getting some Smashing Pumpkins tones in there.
What was that?
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, it should get relatively, because like this with like a little bit more aggressive tone kind of gets into the op amp signal.
Something like that. I don't know if that's how they play it, but
Pretty close. Just figured it out.
see what that G2 does. THX.
That sounds awesome.
What's that?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, that does sound a fair bit better than like the other one sounded good, but that does sound closer to like the G4 in terms of just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
less
yeah.
gain, but sounds like it. Yeah, it sounds really good.
Sounds very rock and roll. Cool. P90. That's a lot of whack. A little wacky. Got a little wacky.
They're still fresh.
When you dive bomb the Bigsby, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it takes a little extra. Yeah, when you dive bomb the when you put it on the fucking deck, it happens.
It's pretty quiet. I wonder if nope, never mind. It's like even with the gain lowered, I figured it might give it a little less, but nope.
You could probably get some drive out of the somersault.
What's
Well,
the
that's what.
somersault
Yeah, that's
again?
what's on right now. But even then, with the that's their basically it's their chorus, but it does a few other things than just that. But well, it doesn't do anything if you turn it on.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if there was a freak out weird thing there. So let's do that and then. There's like subtle. It's like, hey, I'm doing this. Wow. Wow. That's the neck, by the way.
Sounds nice.
Middle position. You're like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm just messing around and there things are, you know.
No, I was just trying to get the reverb. I was gonna see because like the plate reverb sounds good. Yeah, let's go to the BFR. I was trying to get like a big ass reverb. That's pretty big. Still not.
It's not big. You're not. It's not LVX or.
Yeah,
Sky
I'm
or
looking
anything.
for like.
If you're looking anywhere near that,
I'm like, where's my
it's-
cathedral setting?
I don't.
I'm like,
There's no St. Mark's in here.
yeah. Well, because I named one setting on the Mercury just pasta sauce because it just makes everything sound better.
Sounds good.
Yeah, messing around with some stupid country shit. That's what that was from.
You guys want to just strangle together?
You could.
Make sure I'm in tune.
Do it because the Bigsby does the. You gotta do the things and the things. Well, it does have a roller bridge in it, so that's good. But you
does
gotta
it?
do the. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah. So these do have roller bridges in them for all your rolly needs.
For all your roly-poly needs.
The graphite in the.
Yeah.
in the-
Might need a little, you know. We'll do all that before we send them out, though. Anyway.
That one's got it.
What's that?
That one, you can see it. The graphite on it.
Oh yeah. That one's good. I'm gonna talk to Sam though. Maybe we got to do a little. But that's normal. These are new strings, so they're probably still stretching and all that good, happy shit. But this is kind of a nice spot too, where the Bigsby sits. If you go straight up, it's like right there. It's not kind of in the way of the controls, so that's cool. Set it down here. Or you could be that guy, Steve Vai style.
Yeah, my reverb's a little carried away there.
loud enough, sir. It's like that G2 drive thing. Maybe I should show up for Maris.
That's a lot of it right there.
There we go. Now it's happening. You gotta do a Steve Harris one. Do a whole Steve Harris move. Just gotta shoot them. Do that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, yeah, like great at this. I've never really stacked those two together before. That is kind of.
It does sound good. I mean, it's gooey as hell, but.
Wider on the high end.
Yeah, it sounds definitely better that way. No mids, no mids. Oh, man. all the maids. Alright, I want to try that setting right there for. Hang on. Try that. Oh.
That's our beach setting.
Yeah. Try our new comm app.
Yeah, what happens if you double Havoc?
Oh, what's going on?
We're gonna double Havoc.
Is that me or is that you?
What?
Oh, okay. Like, what the hell just happened? He has awoken from his slumber. Okay, you're not even close here.
normally a chorus guy, but this one's pretty good.
So if we just, so that just doing.
I can turn it up more. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. It's got character. It's not like, it's not a boring chorus, you know? Like, you could play sappy shit with that, but not sound sappy. You know what I mean? That's a good one. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's cool.
All right. Oh shit.
Oh, it's 5.
Is it?
4:59.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
We zoned out.
so yeah, a little bit.
As the night.
We all did. Let's see. Okay. So, what week is this? First week. Yeah. All right. Great. We'll keep holiday stuff till later.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So anyway,
What week is this?
I was like, "What is this? Where are we?
What time am I in?
What year?" I just watched Terminator.
Yeah. What
I just
year
watched
is
Terminator
it?
the other night because Shane never. It's
Oh,
never
the
seen it.
original? Yeah.
What year is
Is
it?
it?
1984, man. Yeah. Anyway,
That was a good one.
thanks everybody for hanging out with us today and checking out the new Reverends, the Caroline pedals, the Rev stuff too. If you guys are interested in one of these, let us know. They are on sale. They're on the website. You'll see all the details there, all the specs to what's going on with these Reverends. There is some Black Friday deals still happening on the website. There's also the demos, deals, and closeout section. So go in there and get some super deals. Yeah, and we'll catch you guys on a Flipside later, next week, next Wednesday, Thursday, whatever the hell day it is.
I don't know, today feels like a Monday for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, today definitely does not feel like a Thursday. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could have been the mushrooms.